Sex Positions. Learn more tips and techniques to great sex for couples. By Jonathan Lee. Narrated by Stacy, Lipari. Copyright 2020 by Jonathan Lee. All rights reserved. Chapter 1. The Sex Basics. The evolution of sex. Since the beginning of our life, thousands of years ago, sex has always been a crucial part of our relationship and experiences with pleasure, in addition to being an important contributor to our romantic needs. It is also the most practical method by which we usually bring forward future generations of our kind. The way techniques and concepts regulating sexual contact between the human race, however, have changed significantly over those thousands of years and beyond our earlier comprehension. For instance, as recently as the 1940s, it would have been offensive for a girl to publicly flirt a bikini or jean that reveals her butt's crease line, or even to wear a blouse that exposes much of her cleavage in public. Today, seeing a girl walking down the street displaying her thong panties above her hip line or revealing her butt crease line just above offset pants is no unusual sight. Similarly, it would have been humiliating a few decades ago to discuss one's sexual preferences openly or to even show one's pleasure in oral or anal sex. Each man and woman today treat oral, anal, and other forms of sex as a natural item and appropriate for their mutual pleasure. Additionally, sexual positions and role handling in bed is also a must, as nowadays it is said to be effective in helping to give both partners the gratification needed that can lead to an orgasm or some form of sexual climax that satisfies each other. All these several variables are arising directly from the rapid evolution of sexual practices over the years. In spite of our cultural habits, values, and spiritual upbringings, we are now all caught up, one way or the other, in this human evolution. And those who live with the false belief that this development does not affect their relationship or sex life would have discovered sooner or later that they are nothing more than a silent sexual frustration and boredom to their bedroom partner. For example, a woman who chooses not to agree that sex has changed and considers it immoral to wrap her tongue around her man's cock if he so desires, will find that 100 other women would happily do it to him without a second thought. So sooner or later, outside of her bedroom walls, his sexual desire would be desired. And with those women who accept the idea that sex has progressed beyond the old model of just taking off her clothes along lying on the floor. Although sexual evolution would probably have been a natural phenomenon, technological advances in videography, animation, and the internet communication have made it quite easy for people to know more about sexual satisfaction and to communicate with other people who have the same sexual desires, thousands of miles away and without much effort. The now easy access to quality porn videos, pornography blogs, online sex dating, Twitter, and other popular social networks has exposed mankind to a multitude of sexual practices and innovations throughout the world, breaking down cultural and other barriers that would have previously held back one's understanding of the level at which sex has developed since. Nevertheless, though new forms of sexual pleasure have changed, there is still a large section of women and men intentionally trapped in traditional sexual activities that often harm their relationships and marriages. Typically, this is a result of the fact that a woman or man would rather go outside the relationship to pursue sexual gratification if their respective partner prefers not to engage in modern-day sexual behavior, which they may find morally and or culturally offensive. That being the case, this book aims to help couples re-examine sexual gratification in a broader context so that they can be better informed and, by extension, become a stronger aspect of their partner's sexual satisfaction. Yet, let's use the next few pages of this book before we get started to take a quick, more open look at sex in its current form today. Better understanding of sex.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?